I'm Jo Cobbett. I'm an embodied movement teacher. I facilitate dance. I started dancing later than a lot of people, I think. I didn't start dancing until I was in junior high. I'd actually presumed, because I wasn't sent to ballet classes or dance classes, that I was too clumsy. I had like really wide feet and flat feet, and I had to wear special shoes when I was a kid, meaning that my parents took me to Stride Right, and I had to wear saddle-style shoes, which were horrible. And I always wanted to wear cute little ballet slipper-type shoes. When I first trained in 5 rhythms a long time ago, and first discovered 5 rhythms, a lot of the work seemed to be about getting out of my mind and into my body in a specific way. Gabrielle's work to me almost felt like a liftoff, like a launching pad, or in a way it's like a diving board, but instead of going down, you kind of go up. And when I was mapping the 5 rhythms, stillness felt like where continuum began. This subtle listening, the subtle embodiment, the quality of being present to movement was so delicious, and so the opposite of what I was doing in a 5 rhythms journey, but they both were this beautiful sense of being participatory with my body, participatory with each gesture, participatory with letting go, but staying aligned. There's a Mary Oliver poem, When Death Comes, and there's a line in it, tending like all music does towards silence. There's that sense of that within the form of movement and dance, that however dynamic and however engaged and however vast, however huge it may be, it's going to come into this spaciousness. It's ultimately going to become vast and peaceful, and there's a serenity within it that's just waiting to receive you. I was training in massage and then trained in craniosacral therapy, and I found that same quality of intensity existed. In massage, it's like you were inviting the whole body to participate in reaching somebody and moving somebody, but I was always so much more doing too. Listening to what was next, but still it was about me giving that body something. When I trained in cranial work, it became more the subtle field dance, way of listening and inquiring and being so curious, and in waiting, having the body find its own adjustments and corrections and alignments, where the sense of being witnessed becomes extraordinarily valuable. You're almost enhancing the field of your own presence and having it magnified by someone from the outside, bringing the attention back in. We have always danced, of course. We've been dancing for tens of thousands of years. We danced when we were painting ourselves on cave ceilings to show our stories, and that's persisted. It's who we are. But we also have entered a time where there's less and less opportunity for us to be in that state of embodiment and surrender and just letting things loose and letting things go and being ecstatically expressed that we always did for all these tens of thousands of years, to a time where we now believe that everything has to be done right and just so and specialized. So those people dance, and those people do therapy, and those people do. And so all these separations have made it harder for the average person to find freedom without using some kind of a substance to do it. When someone would become ill, it would be, well, when did they stop dancing? That's obviously what's wrong, because if you stop dancing, you stop being in balance and in alignment within yourself. So I have that sense of advocacy for that. And I also know that I come with a strong and vibrant intention for wellness and well-being and healing. that influences the whole field that I'm holding. My biggest job as a facilitator, as a teacher, if you will, is really holding space, creating a safe container, setting that intention for everyone there to be willing to be held in it and to participate with respect for each other and for themselves, ultimately. And what happens in that field then, in that cauldron of unbelievable possibilities, can be dynamic and profound and extraordinary. This beauty happens, this exquisite, authentic, engaged beauty happens on the floor every single time. Whether there's a couple of people or a huge room full of people. And it's like painting with life. So I'm fascinated every time because there's no two dances that are ever the same. There's no combination. I could play the same music every time and it would be a different dance every time. So it's limitless. I love it.